What is shaking, dude?
Hey Rich, how you doing? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're coming in loud and clear. What can I do for you tonight?
Awesome. So I'll be real quick with you on the question. So I do door-to-door sales in California, and I was just recently recruited to sell with this um, team in Columbus, Ohio. So it's a bunch of, imagine almost like a fraternity house of guys who are really, really good at selling door to door, quick on their feet, very good at answering questions. Um, they study a lot about sales and stuff. And the thing is, when I saw their training, I realized this is where I need to be because their training is phenomenal. Their company's
Mhm.
invested a lot of money. So I ended up joining. We're going to spend 3 months in Columbus, Ohio selling. And in a way, this is applicable to the topic today because a lot of these guys, very high testosterone, and it's a big competition on who can sell the most accounts. Some of these guys, they're 21, they're pulling in six figures in a matter of 3 to 4 months. And that's
Okay.
that's real money. So I'm 22, and the first thing I noticed when I came on board was it's a lot like baseball. I played baseball in Nevada, University of Nevada, Reno, which is I think Rolo's out in Reno.
Mm,
And I immediately started noticing these guys, they'll get under your skin. They like to find weaknesses. They'll be very nice up front. They'll be very friendly.
mm.
Hey, man, we're all going to do a great job this summer. But I recently took I have an LTR. I told her we have to end things because I just don't want to go through the long distance for 3 or 4 months while I'm selling 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. But I took her to kind of a get together, and one of their guys, he locked my girl in the room. And this guy was trying to be my friend for the longest time, and I never really knew why. He locked her in the room and he came downstairs. I ended up having to kick his ass. Thankfully, I take Muay Thai, and I haven't looked into Krav Maga, but I do Muay Thai and kickboxing at the local gym.
Hmm.
And that happened. So I already had kind of an authority, but I can already tell there's little snakes, little guys who are starting to whisper. And I feel like these guys are going to try to find a way to get under my skin because
How
I'm
long have
very
you
good
been
at what I
doing this
do.
door-to-door sales stuff?
So when I was playing baseball, I was on a pretty good scholarship. Excuse me. I dropped out of college, picked up the first job I could find. Thankfully, it was sales. Sales found me because I'm very good at what I do. I did kiosk sales. Then I sold at a high-end gym for the Equinox. Then I got my real estate license and needed quick cash. So I started doing door to door and realized you can make six figures.
How long? How long have you been doing it?
Total of in door to door about 9 months in door to door specifically.
Okay. And what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, once you've gotten there.
My goal is to teach sales. And after this summer, I'm going to go and work for a very, very high end real estate group here in San Diego.
Hmm.
I don't knock doors for the rest of my life, but it's a good way to learn very quickly with the time frame you have on someone's doorstep.
Okay.
So, like I
So
said, total of
what's
eight
the time
months.
frame that you're going to give to door-to-door sales? Like, when are you going to stop it?
The goal would be no more than 2 summers because, like I said, these guys are making six figures and then they take off the rest of the year traveling and partying. My goal is to come back and work for this real estate tycoon, learn the business, and then go real estate full time. So I would like to sell no more than 2 summers in terms of sales before I go full time into real estate.
Okay. So I'm assuming like you're ambitious and you want to make some serious bank, and there's probably less than five ways where you can make serious money in your life. And one of the ways is high ticket sales,
Right.
right? And high ticket sales does not involve door to door sales. If you're in real estate, it's high price point real estate, like, multi-million dollar properties, ideally like $5 million plus. So if you're in California in a high end real estate market, you can find that there. You can move to luxury vehicles, you can move to yachts, you can move to planes. Like, all of these things do really well. The funny thing, that starts to happen once you start moving into these luxury sales items is you start to see more and more hot women in that space than men,
Yeah.
because the people with the money buying this shit are usually older guys, and boobs and butt with a chick is going to sell better than, sausages, right? So,
Right.
um, just understand that sales is really important, and I think it's a good skill to learn. But I wouldn't spend two summers at this door to door stuff. You can probably learn everything that you need to this summer, and
Yeah.
then move on to some pastures that are going to lead towards that level that you're looking to get to.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Elliot
So,
says, join the Jehovah's Witnesses for apprenticeship.
what's funny is a lot of the guys who I work with, they started selling Christianity and now they do door to door. But like I said, these guys, they're making a lot of money, and I'm just trying to find how do I separate from the pack and not let these guys drag me down, because I spent my entire life playing baseball trying to make the major leagues. And in that frame, I learned so much about who to stay away from. I feel like I have pretty good intuition. So I'm trying to figure out
So
how I
again,
separate.
the 5 types of enviers, and there's a cast that I did about a month ago on Before the Train Wreck. I think it's 2 before. The title is Envy.
Yeah.
The leveler, and they tear down anyone that's achieved something great. They try to bring them down to the mediocre level. Number 2 is the self-entitled slacker. They feel like the world owes them attention, praise, even though they lack the discipline to do the work. Number 3 is a status friend. They always measure people via social status. They envy those of higher status and envy those who enjoy certain privileges. Number 4 is the attacher. They don't have a calling in life, so they attach themselves to people and brands and others that have a sense of purpose. They envy and ultimately attack the person they've attached to. That's what you see a lot in the Mano Swamp. You see a lot of these attachers that try to like leech onto your good name and brand and drag you down to the shit with them. And then the 5th one is the insecure master. They are an insecure person who holds high positions in society, secretly doubts their worth, and therefore they envy more talented subordinates. You're going to get that from your boss, if anybody. So it's really the other 4 that you got to look out for. But yeah, check out that cast. There's a lot of good information in that, when it comes to that. But I like what you do, man. It's good questions. Sorry to hear about the sports career, but it's plan B, plan C, whatever, man. You just have to pivot. Like, you either sulk like a embarrassing pussy, or you get down to work and you double down and you make it happen. Just find something else that works for you. And if you're good at sales, master that skill. It's useful. It comes in It comes in handy in a lot of areas in life.
Yeah, definitely. I really appreciate the book. Phenomenal reads. I'll keep in contact. I'm looking forward to joining the men's community, and I'll keep in contact.
You got it, man. See you, Adam.